He's gonna try queen d8. No reason not to try. Why is he slowing down? I think probably a lot of people are still traveling too. Like the field looks strong, but it's also missing some people. I think a lot of people are actually traveling right now. Okay, let's we can. I think b3 is still good enough in a in this sort of first game. I assume everything's good with the screen. I don't really want to try and monitor and check once the game's actually. I can just move to. Let me just make sure that just make sure everything's good. I'll lose 10 seconds, but just want to make sure everything's good. Come on, load. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. Okay. All right. Where's my mouse? Okay, let's go e3. And knight f3. Okay, I know I did lose like 20 seconds there, but not really worried. Let's go d4. If takes, I just take. If e4, maybe I go d5. Okay, take, of course. Knight f6. I could just trade, I think, and play like. Go c4 here. Logical. I'm just gonna play like bishop e2 and castle. Oh, did I have queen f3? I might have had queen f3 already right away. Maybe. I think I'm doing well though, because I have bishop f3 here. Maybe I'll just play knight d2, queen c2, rook d1. Standard boilerplate stuff. Okay, it's gonna go h5. Play knight f3 then, I guess. Doesn't look quite right to me. I mean, this could be some kind of weird prep too, though. But let's think about it. So if I play h3, that's not the move I want to play because there's knight e4. I'm just gonna go queen c2. Just play normal, very fundamentally sound chess. h3, g3, of course. I have knight d4 here. I'm also threatening to take, and he also can't really castle now because with this weak queenside, the king going here, he's going to get murdered. So you can't castle queenside. Knight e4, I kind of expected that. There's no actual threat. I could take, but I think I'm just going to go rook d1 here. Castling's still very bad, I think. Maybe it's okay here. Maybe it can castle. He goes rook g8, which looks just actually insane. Let's go here. He's gonna go g5, I assume. He's gonna try to go for full launch. But again, with this king here, all my pieces, something opening up here, this should be very, very good for me. He goes g5. So, okay, knight d4 is a move. I can also just take. Do I want to take first or just play knight d4 is the question. Knight d4. Knight d4 just looks very solid. Bishop f3. There's all kinds of pressure here in the middle of the board. If he sacks, I just take. He goes g4. Goes bishop d7. Can obviously take. I can also play bishop f3. Takes knight c6. That should just be winning. Knight c6, and there's big pressure. There's pressure here. The queen can't go to f6. I take, and now this is weak. I mean, look at all these big pieces on the back rank. Okay, this is definitely winning. Let's try to figure out what the cleanest way to win is. Knight e5 is good. Knight d4 is good. Bishop d3 is good. We'll just go here. Very, very clean. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3. He's got like the 3 heavies on the back rank. King can't castle. It's just over. Okay, good first game. Very, very good first game. Vinny, by the way, playing in Title Tuesday also. We just take and take. Up 2 pawns. There's also there's check. King f8 check maybe. There's also rook d. Wait, no, but I can sack the rook and I have queen e7 checkmate. There we go. No mouse slip and GG. Okay, 1 up, 1 down. Good first win. Let's move around. Let's take a look at the other games while we're at it. Okay, let's see. Magnus Carlsen playing as Andrew BLR. Magnus is better. White has a weak king side. Double pawns here, not so good. So, yeah. Hikaru is promoting investing is your choice. Stock market is subjected to risk. Try at your own risk. I love it, you guys. I love it. I love that. That's the single biggest fallacy out there. That's the single biggest fallacy out there, and that actually, when I hear a comment like that, that pisses me off, because that's based on a lack of education. It's something that I would say is disappointing to hear, because it's just flat out wrong. If you look at, like, I'm not saying you have to buy stocks, but if you look at any 30-year period, if you buy the indexes like the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, you will be up. During no 30-year period, as far as I know, and I could be wrong, would you be down? Would you be down if you had if you owned indexes? I mean, it's hilarious. It's hilarious to hear people just say, "Oh, Rook C5, beautiful move," because there was a Knight H3 with a fossil. It's just sad when I hear such things being said, because it's just flat out wrong. It's just flat out wrong. It might even be 20 years. I don't know. I know over 30 years almost for sure. 20 years maybe. I'm not sure about 20 years. I won my first game. Thank you to KT Dub for the 18 months. Thank you to M Glass for 25 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, you have Queen E3. Like, yes, of course, if you're gonna be stupid and like buy options, or bet the house on crypto or something, yeah, of course you can lose it all. You definitely can. Okay, Mag is trying to go D4 here to cut off the guard. You go D4 anyway, Queen E1, and then there's probably 20 ways to win. Like F5, Rook F6 is good. Rook C6 also looks very, yeah, Magnus finds it. Very, very clean win for Magnus in round number 1. Man, I thought it was you playing Magnus for a moment. Yeah. If I tried Yield Max, what you mean, like Tesla or Nvidia or all that stuff? No, I don't. I don't. But yeah. Japan had 120 years. It didn't do well. I'm talking about the United States of America, y'all. I'm not talking about Japan or China or Germany or like London. Not London, sorry, United Kingdom. I'm talking about America. I'm well aware of Japan and their lost decades. I'm well aware of that. Okay, Magnus going to checkmate here with the queen and the rook. Very, very, very clean game for Magnus. Very clean game for Magnus. I mean, Japan. I think it was only a couple of years ago that they broke their all-time high, right? Because Japan must have hit their high, and I'm going to take a stab at it. 89, maybe 88 or 89 was their all-time high, and then I think a few years ago, the Nikkei finally broke through the all-time high, 30 years later. But anyway, okay, Magnus gets the win. Let's move around. Let's take a look at another game. Fair play is gonna win. Let's move around. Bortnik's better, but he's actually not winning easily here. Isn't individual stocks risky though? It can be. Generally, I would say, if you buy the best stocks, you'll probably do well over the long run. But yes, it's different than the indexes, which is why one thing I spoke about before on one of my other streams when we spoke about tip ranks is that yes, if you don't have to do stocks, you can also, of course, just buy the indexes and chill. Okay, a 4. Bortnik should win this, but he's only up a pawn here. Yeah, he'll win though, because D4. I would have played D4, but this is also at some point he's going to push the P and it'll break through. How do you define this page? The only option is Instagram, LOL. Oh, I didn't realize that the only option was Instagram. That is funny, actually. That's actually really funny. I didn't realize that. So everyone's gonna write that they found this page through Instagram versus my live stream. Anyway. Afternoon delight. Noon delight. Market is fading a little bit though. Like Oracle's only up 2%. It was up like 5 or 6% earlier in the day. Okay, Borna gets the win. Still 55 seconds. So there's gonna be a fair amount of games going on. I'm kind of new to watching professional chess, so I don't know much, but will you challenge for the world title this year? There is a specific tournament. I'm trying to think of a good comparison. I'm trying to think of a good comparison from sports. I don't know if there is a good comparison, but I think what I would say is that it's pretty straightforward that basically it's like, let's just say they're playoffs. It doesn't matter which sport. And if you win the playoffs, you play against the defending champion. So say, for example, you have the Golden State Warriors or the I guess now it's the not Golden State Warriors and Lakers are old news. But if you look at the OKC Thunder. So for example, the OKC Thunder are the defending champions. It's like, for example, they're the defending champions, and whoever wins the playoffs will play against them to become the champion. That's the best comparison that I can think of right off the top of my head. Hikaru, I'm new to stocks. I will invest after 5 years. What should I do as a beginner? I mean, I will say what I always say, full disclaimer, which is I believe in the, first of all, it's not financial advice, but I believe that if you're really worried or you're risk averse, the most important thing is buying the indexes, but beyond indexes is dollar cost averaging. So for example, I'll say something that I do actually, because I do this, which is like every month you set aside like $100 and you buy, let's just say QQQ, for example, or VU or IVV, one of the S&Ps. You set aside $100 and like on the 15th of every month, you just buy it. Okay, round 2 starting. Let me turn off the monitor. We're playing 2800. I think I'm going to play Khan. I feel like these G6, C6 things aren't working as well, especially in 5-0. So let's go E6, of course. I'm going to play this one. Okay, this one's a little bit dangerous, I think. Okay. See, everybody's well prepared, which is really annoying. Can I take here? Wait. Some kind of weird... Oh, he's got Queen E3 or something. I don't want to play Knight E7. How do I do this? I also don't want to think too long. I think I'm going to go here on purpose. I'm going to try to create some imbalance. I want to create some imbalance here in the structure. I mean, I'm gonna go here. I think I'll go here and Rook D8 maybe. Oh, Queen A5 is just a bad move. It's just a bad move. There's like Rook B1, which I just missed. I haven't been great in Title 2s. I feel like in general I've struggled to adjust this 5-0 format. I've really struggled to adjust on my timing. I can't take, of course, because Bishop H7. I can't take this because Bishop H7 with the classic fossil. Just feel like I've struggled a lot with the timing. Like I feel like I've been moving too fast at the start or too slow. It's been kind of tough. I go Bishop B4, he goes C3, so I'll go here, and then now I'm gonna go C5 for sure. Oh, there's also E5 maybe as well. I just realized maybe if Bishop B4 is gonna go C3 anyway. He goes Bishop E3. Let's just go here, I guess. I want to play C5. Oh, I could have just gone C5 right away and then Rook D. Just played C5 right away, or whatever. Like, see, already here, I feel like I'm moving as though we have like 1 minute versus having 4 minutes. And 4 minutes is a lot of time, actually. So I think that's been my biggest problem in Title 2 in terms of why I haven't done well. I haven't really adjusted to the 5 plus 0 versus the 3 plus 1. Okay, C5. Let's go here. I don't like C5, actually. I think it's a bad move. Because it's going to give me squares. There's going to be big pressure in the middle of the board now, I feel like. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Entirely possible that I'm wrong. I feel like if I can adjust my timing to 5-0, I'll do well as usual, but I really need to figure out how to adjust it. Could take and play E5. I don't like that. A5 is a weird move, actually. Maybe weird's the wrong way to describe it, but it's not. G6 is a move too. I'm just gonna go Bishop F6. Of course, today we also will have the after party as well for everybody who's watching, which I think will be at 3 p.m. Eastern, which I guess right now it's 11:15. So in about 4 hours, we also have the after party event, which we'll be playing as well. So it's gonna be a fun day. Okay, A6. I thought I could play like. There's also knight C3. Wait, this is a little bit tricky. There's also takes, which is interesting too, because takes knight before. I'm gonna go b5 and take with a pawn. If a7, I always have rook a8. I always take. Don't love this. I don't love it. I could have also taken with a knight, but I thought knight takes was just c3. The good news is he's getting a little bit low on time. Not super low, but he's down to 2 minutes. I think the cutoff is I just need to keep the game going. If they get to like sub 1, then I can start playing faster. But until they get to around 1 minute, I shouldn't start playing on the clock too much. Okay, c4. So I can obviously take. There's also knight c3. There's also knight b4. Knight b4, bishop e4. So if I take, because now this pawn is kind of an issue. If I go back to e7, bishop e4, rook a8. I mean, it's kind of annoying. Knight b4, bishop e4, c5, knight b4, bishop e4, rook a8, rook b1. No, that's no good. I think I'm just going to go here. Try to keep the pieces on the board, basically. Okay, bishop e4, logical move. I can't take, of course. I have to go like rook a8 here. I don't love my position, but I'm very close to just being much better. So if I get queen c8 and the pawn falls, I'll be able to flag him at the very least. Maybe flag's too strong because he still has a lot of time. But he's getting low. He's starting to get a little bit low. He's either gonna have to find something very fast, or else I'm just gonna win the pawn. It's probably gonna be a very clean win. Spending too much time. Logical. Now I go here, hit the pawn. E5. Actually a very, very good move. Shoot, that's a very good move. But I can take. No, that's maybe I should have gone to ace. No, it doesn't matter. It's the same problem. So I go here. D5 is a problem now as well. Okay, how do I do this? Rook a6. I'm gonna have to go for cheese. I think I'm gonna have to go for cheese. I always have knight g6 here, which is very important. Here. He's too low on time though, so I should be able to cheese him. He's got bishop b5. But if I can get the knight to d3, yeah, he doesn't have this cliff check. If I get the knight to d3, yeah, I'll flag him now. He's too slow. I'll flag him now. All right, I just take. What am I doing? Okay. Now we got the win. 2 out of 2. Not a great game. Not a great game, but I controlled my time usage very well there, I thought. I did what I needed to get the win. But even that game against a stronger player would have been a draw. Magnus said you'll flag him in 2 seconds after you did the same thing. I mean, it's not surprising. Not surprising. Would you recommend to invest every month, every now when the S&P is at all-time high, or should I put aside and invest more when it's lower prices? I mean, it's not financial advice. I mean, it's something that I think about all the time. I would say that in general, I would say no. And the reason is because you don't actually know what the future holds. And if the market tanks like 50%, for example, let's just say we are at an all-time high, and you have like a situation like 1999. If you keep buying at the lows, though, you keep buying as long as you keep buying every month, I think eventually you're gonna end up winning on everything. So that's why I would say no. That's why I would say no, actually. Great to see you streaming. Thanks. Like, I do the exact same thing. Like, I think about the same thing. Now, obviously, I have some big gains. I mean, I get that, but since I really start having money to invest, like, you know, in retirement accounts, like 2009, 10, right as everything was turning upwards. But I would say in general, as long as you are committed to dollar cost averaging and buying, let's just say 15th of every month, I think you're gonna end up getting a lot of shares very cheaply if the market tanks. That eventually you're gonna end up ahead on everything, unless the world ends, which it could. You never know. Do I know Virat Kohli? No, I don't. I know the name. Wait, I know the name. Is he the owner of the Global Chess League team? Maybe. I don't know. Not sure. I've heard the name before. Favorite AI company to invest in? I don't have a favorite. I mean, it's hard to judge. Like, I personally, like, I believe Oracle is overvalued, but I wouldn't be shorting it either. Okay, Parham wins. I assume all the games are over then. Yeah, so let's move on. Yeah, he's the guy he's the cricket guy who. I mean, I don't follow cricket. Like, I know what's his name? Like Sachin Tendulkar, for example. Okay, let me turn off the monitor. Dennis lost. Okay. We were playing this guy. This guy I've played B3 against, and he's dangerous, so I'm not going to play B3 this time. Also, it's kind of sick that I play at 2970 and I gain 1 point. Okay, let's go into a King's Indian. Which one do I want to play? I'm going to go back to my old love, which is the Zemish with Bishop G5. Is a hazy shade of winter. Gotta stop B5, of course. Actually, why did I play Bishop B2? And go H4 here. This is not particularly smart by me. So I'll go here. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing this game? It's also like Queen B6 maybe or something. I also have H5 maybe. I don't know why did I do this? I took a gamble and it didn't pay off. I'm just gonna castle and play Rook E1, I guess. It's also Knight D4, which I completely missed too. Should just play Knight E2, Knight C1 like I always do. What am I thinking? If I go Knight A2, okay, Knight A2. This is exactly what I was saying though before about how, like, I'm not using my time well in these games. Like, I'm really bad at using my time. Do I have E5 maybe? No, I don't. 'Cause there's Knight D4. Wait, Knight D. Yeah. Can't go Rook E1. Am I just lost here? I might just be lost. Lovely. I go A5. 347. It's not panic time just yet. ED6, Knight D4. E6. I think I have to go for it. It's very desperation time. The desperado type move, but there's just bishop F5 too. What am I doing? Yeah, this has been my biggest problem in Title Tuesday so far, is my time usage has been awful. I've misused my time every game pretty much in the first couple. Can I do a bishop c4 maybe? If this isn't just a blunder, I may be kind of in the game. There's just knight a5 maybe? No, there's just knight a5, isn't there? Goes knight d4. This isn't so clear, I don't think. Takes knight e4 d7. He kind of misplayed this a little bit. I'm still probably in bad shape objectively, but he kind of... Oh wait, my rook. Oh, my rook's just hanging. What am I doing? I didn't even realize my rook was hanging. What the heck? Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me today? I mean, I've got... Oh my gosh, what is this? What am I even doing? I should have taken with the king probably too. What am I doing? Goes h6. And I have to go here. Again, just completely out of sorts. What even am I doing? Not adjusting to 5 plus 0 is what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Again, gonna ruin my tie breaks. Now I'm gonna have to go crazy early in the event. Wait, do I have d7? Wait, do I have d7 here? Wait, d7. Oh no, there's bishop d4, of course. Thought I had d. Oh my god, did I? No, d7. You just okay. I'm blind today. Actually, completely blind. And now I blundered rook c8 too. What the heck is wrong with me today? Completely out of sorts. Yeah. What am I doing? It started with the blitz games and it's gotten worse. I mean, I played h4, which is just a garbage move. Just a garbage move. I have to play knight e2. What is bishop e2? Yeah, it's just losing from the get-go. I didn't even realize the rook was hanging on f1. Very, very bad. It's like the third title Tuesday in a row where I throw a game early. The other two I've been able to kind of come back and fight, but not a good start. I didn't even know what h4 was. Trying to gamble and get away with something that's not good. That's what I was doing, and he knew what to do. Yeah. Whoops. What's that? Didn't mean to do that. Watch the game. Haven't adjusted to 5-0 at all. That's my big problem. I haven't adjusted to 5-0 at all. Because in 5-0, players have enough time to think. And I keep playing like it's 3-1. Because in 3-1, you generally can't use 30 seconds to a minute on any given move. But in 5-1, you can. Or 5-0, you can. Not good. Because now I'm going to have to go crazy and try to win every game. Because my tiebreak's going to suck. I don't know what that was. Yeah, Mag's gonna win this game. Just annoyed at myself for playing a line that I knew wasn't good and hoping that my opponent wouldn't know what to do. So queen a7, bishop d4, check queen f4 should be a draw probably. Checking queen f4. Queen d6 also maybe. Queen d6, queen c1, king g2. Also, I was moving too fast in that opening. Once I blundered, I don't know why I kept moving fast. Very, very bad game, though. Like, these are situations I need to get in. Just get the game deep, and then, you know, you get the game deep, and then you can flag people. But I haven't been doing that. I'm moving too fast at the start every time. Okay, knight d6 maybe. Queen e5, there's queen f4, right? Queen f4. But white's got to go, and this is exactly the point. Like, see, if I had this position with black, I would flag, but I'm not getting into these situations because I'm moving too fast in all the games. Knight f7, which was winning, but... Oh. And now you just trade the queen's take and you flag here. You just flag. Oh, maybe you can run the king closer. Probably still a draw, though. King d3. Now you play like f6 or something. Surprised by that. Knight c3 and king e2. Now there's king c4. Knight e8. King e3. f4. Bishop b8, f5 probably is a draw. This is actually going to be a draw. Or not. No, it's not going to be a draw. Maybe. Gotta move. Yeah, white's going to flag here. Threefold. Parham once again. A lot of people on 3. Haven't adjusted to 5-0. I think that's my biggest problem. I just haven't adjusted to it. Moving too fast to start. So I'm gonna make a conscious effort to try and move slower. I tried this last week and then I got punished for that because then I was too low on time at the end. But I think that's my biggest issue. I'm moving too slowly or too fast at the start. I'm not using my time correctly in any of these Title Tuesdays so far. My opponent's not here or something. Yeah, I'm still here because I can make a pre-move. Let's play a King's Indian, I guess. Could play b6 here. I'm gonna go for b6, bishop b7. Again, I feel like I'm moving too fast. I don't know about a4. That's oh, I can't take with the knight. Lovely. Again, I'm doing the same thing. I'm moving too fast at the start. Wait, that's also bad. What's wrong with me again? Yeah, I'm moving too fast. I'm just moving too fast every game. That's what I'm doing wrong. I'm moving as though it's 3-1. Can I go c5? I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't care. Because takes, I have rook c8. If I take and go bishop h6, maybe hit the rook, queen c7 tricks. Okay, I go queen e6. There's no tricks, I guess. And of course, naturally, I also have the wrong rook now because I can't ever take. There's do I have any tricks like queen g5 or something? Queen e6, knight c1, rook c7, knight b3, rook c8. Try it anyway. That should be wrong. I have rook a5. Well, I guess he can still take and the game goes on. Yeah, the game still goes on here. It's not so easy. I should win this game, but once again, not particularly happy with my play. Queen c4, bishop d3, queen d4, maybe. Yeah, bishop rook c1. If I wait, takes, there's no bishop. Wait, takes, bishop d3, queen d4, rook c4, takes. No, that's fine. Okay, bishop d3, queen d4, check, king g7, no tricks. Yeah, should be fine. I think I'm winning here, but I'm not 100% sure. There's some knight c6 tricks maybe as well. Okay, I expected that. I go queen d4. Okay, but now I just sack the queen. I take the two rooks, and this should just be winning. Bishop b5, good move. Here on bishop b7, I guess. Okay, this has to be winning now. Okay, let's go here. Maybe f5. It's gonna go e4, e3, maybe, or maybe I'd go g5. E4, f4, e3, g3. Bishop f3. Must be winning. Okay, just resigns. Very, very bad game again. Very bad opening for me. It's just bad. It's like some kind of theory too. He just knew it by heart. Just played c5 right away. Yeah. Not very good. Not good at all. All right, let's take a look. Okay, Magnus on 4 out of 4. Bunch of games still going. Your white should be winning. Play real openings and win simple. I mean, the opening I played was real. I just gambled with a side. I gambled with H4, thinking my opponent would know what he would do, and he did. That was a mistake. Hikaru, you said you're a favorite on 5-0, but it doesn't go quite as well as I expected. I think I'm not adapting to the camera. Or not camera, sorry. I just read your comment about camera. I'm not. Your camera goes dark in between. Yeah, I just read that comment. Then I said the wrong word. Basically, I think it's that I'm not adjusting to the time control very well. Like, I'm not adjusting the time control. Like, I'm not adjusting to it at all. Like, I'm playing too fast at the start and like too slow in the middle. It's like, it's just, I think if I figure out the right amount of time to use, it'll be good. Yeah. I read the comment and I'm like, camera. Yes. Lol. Yeah. Indian wanted bishop f8 instead of rook f. I mean, I just played another bad game. Again, though, I did the same thing I did the previous game. I was moving too fast at the start to try and pressure on the clock at the beginning. And 5-0, you can't press on the clock at the very start, and that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm trying too hard to play the first 20 moves in like 1 second, and then I get punished because of it, because my opponents just use their time and they play good moves. You gotta adjust and use the time. Well, of course. Bishop f1. I mean, there is f4 here, maybe. Is it a draw or not? Like, you have king f3. I mean, I think this is a draw, but I'm not 100% sure. h4, h5, maybe? No, now you have to check the king back. And then h4. Parham's going to draw this game. Very, very impressive. Bishop e4, and it's a draw. Even though Parham's g5, maybe? Actually, still tricky. g6? e6? g7? Wait. Bishop f4. King e3, king d4. King d4, of course. King c3. Bishop d4. a4. No, he blundered. Now I think it's... Parham's gonna get flagged here, I think. Bishop d8. What is that? He's flag him. He's got to flag him. It's gonna be a draw. Why is he not taking the pawn? If he had realized, if Sheima had realized like a few moves before that he was gonna have to flag, he would have won on time. But he didn't realize Parham had over 5 seconds when they reached the start of it. Hilarious game. Okay, Bornik also loses, by the way. Yeah. No, if he had realized right away, he would have won that game. Or not my... I was trying to find the game, but whatever. We're on the break, right? Let's refresh. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm playing 2900. This time, I'm going to try to be somewhat serious this time. This guy is 2900. Still only +1 for a win. Gross. Okay. I'm gonna play e4 here, since he put the knight on it. Okay, let's just play a bot Vinnick. Why not? Should be fine. Just gonna play a normal position. Castle, I guess. Again, this is a move that I should not have played quickly the way I did. I should have used more time before blitzing this move. If I go d4 takes, I think it's fine, but maybe I'm crazy. He should play knight e6 here, I believe. I think, but maybe I'm wrong. I was gonna go for this. Of course I should take. I mean, this is the problem with the situation also, is that once you've lost the game early, you have to make decisions you wouldn't normally make. Like, I'm already in a spot where I think I'm gonna have to go for this a5, even though I don't really believe in it because of the tournament situation. Go here. Knight a4, knight b6 was also possible, but I like knight d5. Just create weakness in the center. There's queen d4 here. Let's go rook e1, of course. If takes, I just take knight e6. I go queen d. Actually, wait. Why isn't this just a free pawn? Or there is b3, I guess, but I have knight b4. Knight b4, bishop b7 or something. I don't know. I'm gonna play it anyway. There's a6, a7 here. There's also queen c3. This is a good spot to take stock of the position, think. Okay, I have queen c3, queen b3, knight d4, queen d1 is fine. Knight c5, queen a3 should be fine. And also go queen e3 here. Queen a3 also. Okay. Queen a3 looks better to me somehow. Queen c3, e5. No, queen c3, there's knight e2. I keep forgetting. There's knight e2. Wake up. Okay, let's see. It's not so easy to play, actually. Wait, queen d1, e5, knight c2, knight b3, queen a3, e5. It's not easy. I think I'm gonna go here. I think I'm gonna have to push this pawn. This is the best counterplay I have here. As you guys can tell, like, I'm trying to go a little bit slower here. That should be a mistake. Knight d5, queen a7, queen e3. Yeah, like I'm trying to change the tempo here and go a little bit slower. Well, now there's knight e7 for starters. Knight e7. King h8, knight d5, knight c2, queen c3. I've got queen c3 at the end. Queen, okay, rook c8. Okay, logical move. But this one at least, I've got knight b. This one I am winning. I know that much. Knight b6, knight c2, knight c8, queen e3, rook e3, rook c8, rook c1, knight a1, knight d6, knight e3, knight d6, knight b6, knight c2, knight c8, knight e3 is no, knight e3, knight a7 is no good. Queen moves, c7, queen b6. Yeah, that should be winning. Because now I'm attacking the queen. Yeah, this is exactly what I calculated. Now I win. Okay, there we go. Okay, I used my time, I think, much better this game. Yeah, this game I used my time much better. Let's go here. And rook c7, of course. Okay, bishop d5 should be winning. Rook f2, king g1. There's rook d2, I guess, which of course I kind still winning, but I guess take, I guess. I've got knight e7 or knight h6. All roads lead to Rome here. I don't want to allow some weird stalemate ideas, so I'm just gonna go for this. It's very clean. Here, knight g5, I guess. No, I am a little bit low on time, I just realized. But see, I'm not low enough. 50 seconds is enough to win the game. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was much better. I think that was a much better game for me. Much better time usage. I don't know about the game itself, but the time usage by me was a lot better, I thought, in that game. I don't know. I think my time usage was much better, though. Like, I was down on time, but I used my time at the right moments. Okay. Magnus. Bishop c3. This should be a draw, but let's see. It's gonna go g4, right? Yeah, of course you take now on f6. You have to take. It's gonna take with a king, I assume. Queen f6 is a draw. King f6 should be king e5, king e3. This should be a draw. But Magnus trying to create some trick. Ah, Magnus is going to bring the king in. Maybe not. There's queen c8 also. Queen c8 is just an easy draw, right? Wait a second. Queen b2. Wait, king e2. Nah, Magnus, I think, has to take the draw. King out. Yeah, because now if you lose this one, you're going to just lose. Yeah, he's going to have to. Magnus is going to have to force a draw here. Maybe not, actually. Wait, 105? Maybe not. I didn't realize he was so low on time, actually. Renaud was very low on time here. And king f2. Wait, what is king e2? There's queen g1 there. King f2, of course. Yeah. King f1. King f2. Yeah. King f1, of course. He's gonna try queen d8. No reason not to try. Why is he slowing down? Check and queen d6. I would just start pushing the h pawn up the board. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. Queen e3, king h2, king h2, h5, h6. That's a mistake. Yes. Yeah, Magnus gonna flag him. Yeah. Check. He's too slow. Too slow. Yeah, too slow. Yep. Renato's gonna get flagged. Yeah. That's the see. This is exactly what I'm failing to do. I'm failing to get the games to where it's like we each have like a minute or minute and a half on the clock, and I can flag people. This is exactly what I'm failing to do. Magnus is doing it very well, and this is exactly what I'm not doing very well.